Morning friends, it's Nancy and I am ready to start on my next journal. So as I mentioned in my video yesterday, chocolate and candy were the box of ephemera that sort of fell out of its box. So here's its box. And then I've got all these old packages and all these books and paper. So what I thought I'd do is just sort of unpack and see what I've got. This is a really great book. And these ones are chocolate recipes. I only paid 35 cents for these three. And I have that paper. I have these old candy boxes. I've got this set of, I don't think these have ever been used. Because look what's inside it. I think I paid 75 cents for those. In here, I feel like there's a lot of lots of fussy cuts. That's an old magazine page. These are book pages. Lots of book pages. These ones have lots of advertisements, I think. And history of chocolate. That's a dictionary page. Oh, here's another book. Oh, I've got these brown trims. Ruffled ribbons and rickrack sort of thing. These are old pages from 1920s National Geographics. This is from a box of chocolates. Rogers Chocolate. There's an oldie but a goodie. Whoop. Looks like there's some little newspaper cutouts there. "70 new chocolate and cocoa recipes." More magazine stuff. Another book. Oh, that's from an old box. Oh, this is a page that I made for a different journal and I ended up taking it out. That's from a box of chocolates or cookies. Another recipe book. Hershey, Pennsylvania. Oh, there's calendar from Laura Secord, telling you when all the special days are in 1970. Oh, these are the fly leaves from Inside a Book About Chocolate, I think. This is an oldie. That's a trade card. These are old. These are ads from old magazines. This one I glued down because it was so fragile. More book pages. Ooh, I have a cover in here. Well, would you look at that? It needs a new spine. More ribbons and things. Lots of little things. All right. Well, I guess we know where we are with little things. Okay. I think what I want to do... Oh, there's things in here. I think I want to see if I can remove the paper. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to have to soak this. Same deal with this one. Although I've had boxes in the past where things have just fallen right off. Oh, here's some recipe dividers. There's another Fanny Farmer. I think these are going to be good for helping me to sort through some of my fussy cuts and ephemera. This one looks like it might come off. Yep. I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace last night for a vintage chocolate box. I was sorely tempted, to say the least. But I think I have enough. They only wanted $5 for it. There we go. That one lifted right out of there. This one's been taped back together a number of times. I often find little chocolate boxes or little shoe boxes as well at estate sales that have other things stored in them. So this one, it's written on the side, embroidery floss. Right there it says embroidery floss. There we go. These pretty little embossed pieces. And this one. Oh heck. This is already half off. A couple of good chocolate places locally in Stratford. Rio Thompson, of course. Can't go to Stratford without a stop at Rio Thompson to get the mint smoothies. And there's another candy shop in Cambridge called Reed's, which is very, very tasty. I don't think they have a specialty that they're known for, at least not that I've been made aware of. Yeah, this is a local. Well, it doesn't exist now, but it says Kitchener, Ontario. Okay, I'm gonna go get me some boiling water and get these lifted off. Okay, so I had a consultation with my Crafty Crush this morning about what books I was going to do, how I was going to organize them, how I was going to decorate them. And I think we're ready to get started. So this one, I am creating a new spine for. And then I will probably find some really nice picture to sort of fill in some of this place here. I've made this spine. I don't know where I put it. So that's number one. This one is just a generic brown book. I got it for the insides. It's called the Victorian Kitchen, and like it's got some old drawings in it that I thought would be fun for something. But it kind of got shoved to the back of my shelf. And I thought, hey, that's a good looking book there. Let's take a look at that. And yeah, it's a nice brown color, and I can put any title I want on there. So that's two. Okay, this one, this is just a date book. And what I want to do with it is I am going to glue this gold paper on it. It will have a fabric cover or spine. So let's get going. Let's just do it. So I have got a brush. I'm just going to put this paper bag down. Yeah, it's too short that way because I need to overlap the flaps. Maybe I should have measured this first. So we're looking at about 8.25 inches tall. So I'm going to cut this, let's say 9.5. And 5 inches. Okay. I'm going to use PVA. Oh my gosh, I can't get the lid off. Oh. So, any of these experiments could go very badly. And maybe if you've had experience, you're thinking, Nancy, what are you doing? That's not going to work. And then I didn't put my brown paper underneath. Okay, that feels pretty even. I think I cut my paper wrong. Yeah, I did. Okay. Don't do that. I'm just grabbing a piece of scrapbook paper. Oh dear. This thinking thing, I am telling you. Okay. So we decided it was going to be about a 9.5, right? All right, let's try it again with feeling. glue's all dry. I must have just turned that paper around and oh well. Wasn't meant to be. I don't think I've ever covered a junk journal with paper before, so this was definitely going to be an experiment anyway. But my plan was to cover actually 2 books with paper. One was going to be those gold sheets that were the flyleaf from a large book, and the other one was going to be scrapbook paper from this same pad. Okay. A brayer somewhere. Okay. Okay, now just want to make sure I've got this the right side up. Okay. All right, I'm going to set that aside. To dry completely before I start messing around with it. Okay, now just going to turn this inside out. All of our stores, for the most part, now do paper bags. Like the grocery store we go to weekly has gone to paper bags. Okay, so this is a typewriter book, and I'm actually going to orient it this way so it's more like an album. And this is the other one that I was going to do with scrapbook paper. And again, I'm going to leave this open for fabric. So it's about 10 inches by 8 1/8. Anyway, what I was saying was that I really find paper bag really handy to, paint on, or I wrap parcels in it. This is going to give me lots of room. Lots of room for error. So we were talking, when Catherine and I were having our consultation, we were talking about this one, and I said, I think I'm going to paint it first. And she said, no, gesso. But this paper is thick enough that I don't think the red and black's going to show through. So I think I can spare myself that step. That being said, I did mess up the first one. I think these are going to be super fun to make. That's why I'm doing so many of them. Well, that, and I need to use this stuff up. I mean, really, it's embarrassing. I mean, who doesn't like chocolate? Although I need to cut back, and I have. I had some blood work done at in January, and when I got the results back, the nurse practitioner said, you know what, your cholesterol's kind of getting in the iffy range. I'd like to start you on a statin. And I said, give me 3 months. I think I can get a handle on things without adding another medication. I mean, it was Christmas, come on. Okay. Isn't that pretty? This is a paper pad by Bo Bunny. I've had this for a couple of years, and I got it at Tuesday morning, so it's not new. To say the least. This looks very familiar to the text I had when I was in high school. I'm telling you, the only thing I learned in high school was how to type. talking to a client yesterday, and she's owed some money. And I was trying to figure out how much she's owed. And I said, you know what? Why don't you just send those documents to me? And I will get somebody who knows how to do math to take a look at them. Kind of have to let it sit there for a second to get a grip. Whoa! Okay, now I do have a plan for this. I want to so, I mean, that's the edge there. Okay. So I'm going to make this into like a topper, you know. So I'm going to mount this on a little bit of thin chipboard, and gonna layer it with some fabrics and lace and doodads. So I will move this to dry elsewhere. Okay, this is coming up at the corners. Oh, he's singing again. And I told him I'm doing videos today. And you know, ordinarily I wouldn't let the noise bother me, but when he sings, it's always dirty words. So I just know. Because he thinks he's funny. Okay, I wonder how the other one's doing. Let me get the other one back. Oh, this one's fine. Hey, Doug, yeah. I am recording. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one's fine. All right. Put the lid on this. Oh, you know what I did this morning? I did the thing that invariably I get warned is going to happen every time I do a gutting a book video. And I stuck my finger down into a spine and cut it with a knife and cut my finger open. Yeah, that wasn't very smart. Okay. how big. So, say it's about almost 3. Where is my, there it is. So this one says Fannie Farmer candies, so it won't necessarily all be chocolate. So I'm just going to measure 1 inch around the gold. Because I'm going to mount it on the chipboard and then wrap it around. And then I'm gonna measure it and subtract 1.5 inches. So if this is 7 13/16. And this one is 4 15/16. I'm going to subtract 1.5 inches, and that way I'll have a 1/4 inch border around all sides of that frame. So that equals 6 5/16, and that equals 3 7/16. Look at that, me mathing. Okay. One's going to be 3 7/16. This is going to be 3 7/16. And then this is going to be 6 5/16. And if I mess this up, I've got more chipboard. Just saying. Oh, not that ruler, Nancy. That could go badly. Very badly. Yep. Yep. So far, so good. There's probably an easier way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Okay. Now this time I'm going to use could use a glue stick. I'm going to use this because I don't want to press it too hard and press out the embossing. I just feel like this will stick better. This is 3-in-1. Not that I have a really clear idea about the reason why I use any glue. Got my silicone brush here. Okay. So after this is set up, I'll wrap the paper around it like that. And frame that up. All right, well, I hope you thought this was interesting, and hopefully you're excited about this project too. Thanks so much for joining me today. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.